Quigley and the children are settled in with the neighbours for the time being.
How are they, Joe?
He's a bit upset. The kids are drinking orange juice as though nothing had happened.
Keep an eye on them. I've told Sheila to stay back a while, Joe. How is she, Brian?
Quiet, Mum. The doctor's given her a sedative. She's going to arrange readmission.
Good. Well, see you all later.
Best of luck, Mum.
Thanks.
Mum,
What?
couldn't help noticing.
Oh, no.
Tights, Mum?
Oh, Sheila. What a godsend. You've saved my life.
Another illusion destroyed. Tights. In my fantasy, she always wears stockings and red suspenders.
Thank you very much, Mr. Runderson. We'll let you know in a day or so what we decide.
Thank you, sir.
Well, not very impressive.
Just as I said, he's too old, too set in his ways. I wouldn't promote him if he was the last man in the force. Hope the rest are better.
I've just had a message from Hartley, sir, to say Inspector Longton's attending an incident and will be delayed. She'll arrive as soon as possible.
Thank you, Molly. Woman's privilege, I suppose? Well, does she expect us just to sit here and look at each other till she deigns to put in an appearance? Well, she is attending an incident. Hairdresser, more likely.
She's the third on our list.
Should I see if I can pull Wood forward from 4? Yeah, that would help. See what you can do, Alec. You've other things to do than wait Mr. Longton's convenience. Two down, 2 to go. Well, those two are a right disappointment. No relevant experience at all.
I'm surprised, really, that either of them on the shortlist.
Chief Constable, in his wisdom. You know, I suspect he stuck those two in just to make up numbers. This lad Wood has a very impressive record on paper, perhaps a bit short on operational experience. Oh, he's got an excellent staff appraisal report.
That's likely. You wrote it.
Inspector Wood, sir.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning. Sit down, Mr. Wood. Please relax. We shan't be trying to catch you out.
Thank you, sir.
I think you know everybody here. Chief Superintendent Maxwell, Chief Superintendent Catley.
Sir.
Thank you very much for making yourself available for this earlier interview.
Happy to be of assistance, sir. I appreciate how valuable your time is. I was able to rearrange a couple of appointments I had. My sergeant can deal with the rest.
Good. Now, let me see. You have 11.5 years service, and you've been an inspector just over 2 years.
Yes, sir.
You're married, Mr. Wood, with 1 child.
Yes, sir. A boy, aged 3.5. Another expected next month.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And you live near headquarters, so you wouldn't have the upset of moving house, or the expense either, of course.
That's right, sir.
Well, now, as you know, the post you've applied for is head of the Juvenile Bureau. Apart, of course, from being a family man, how do you think you particularly fit that post?
Well, sir, I'm actively involved with my local junior football team. In the near future, I'm expected to be invited onto the management committee of my church youth group.
There's no mention of this in your application.
It's primarily just a personal interest, sir. A hobby, you might say. I didn't mention it because I didn't want to give the impression I was using it to gain some advantage.
Hey, how long have you been doing this?
Not very long, I'm afraid, sir. Duties in connection with the miners' dispute made it difficult.
Are you thinking...
And before that, excuse me, you put in a lot of extra hours in the evenings to get on top of your present job as Inspector in Personnel.
Well, sir...
Well, that was my doing, I suppose, because when I saw how keen he was, I decided to let him go to it. Only right and proper that his police work should come first. Now, tell us something about your experience as a supervisory officer. Thank you, Inspector. I think that's covered everything.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time, sir.
Oh.
Goodbye, sir.
Ah.
Smart enough, young lad.
Well, I think I can be objective, even though he has been in my department a couple of years. I think he'd fit very well into your department, Jim.
We're not finished yet. There's still Miss Longton.
Oh, she seems to have gone by default, sir.
Hardly, Alec. Her message did say that she was attending an incident. Don't forget that she's an operational officer with operational commitments.
Quite right. And the Chief Constable would be a little displeased, I think, if we made our choice without even seeing her.
I agree, sir. It would be most discourteous.
Has Miss Longton arrived yet, Molly?
She's in the building, sir. She'll be here in a minute.
We'll see her as soon as she is. Suppose we'd better give her time to powder her nose. Very attractive woman. Be a pleasant change talking to her.
Strange she never married.
Yeah. Ex-regular army, I see.
Yeah, commission, too. Didn't she leave because of a fellow?
To get one, or to avoid one.
Inspector Longton, sir.
Ah, come in, Miss Longton. Please sit down, compose yourself.
Thank you, sir. I could do with getting my breath back.
You've had a bit of a rush to get here.
Yes.
You know Chief Superintendents Catley and Maxwell?
Yes, thank you, sir.
As we're running late, I'm sure you'll understand if we get into the interview straight away. Now, we know that you've been an inspector for 4 years and you're currently at Hartley with 24-hour responsibility.
That's correct, sir.
And you live in your own house in Hartley.
Yes, sir.
What was the incident that delayed you this morning?
It was a report of a mentally disturbed woman who had locked herself in a house with her 2 children and was threatening to harm them, sir.
I see. Were you able to bring it to a satisfactory conclusion?
Well, we got the children out unharmed and we got a doctor to the woman. I'm not sure I would describe it as a totally satisfactory conclusion, though.
Oh?
Well, we had a similar incident with the same woman only a few weeks ago. Medical opinion decided then that she was fit to be sent home. It's likely to happen again.
You don't agree with the medical view, Inspector?
No, sir, I don't. Not in this case.
So, you know better than the experts.
I wouldn't say that, sir. I see firsthand the problems that the experts offload onto society, sir.
You appear to feel strongly about it, Miss Longton.
Yes, sir, I do.
Do you think padded cells are the answer?
No, sir, I don't. But neither do I think it's the answer to put the whole family at risk.
Think the boss will get this job at headquarters then?
I hope not.
Me too. If you don't mind me saying so, I think that's a pretty poor attitude.
Better the devil you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, well, I think she deserves promotion.
Did I say she didn't?
What? No, but she...
No, well, she can just wait.
Why should she have to wait?
Self-preservation.
Why does she need preserving?
Not her, you pillock. Us.
Why us?
In the last 7 years, Daniel, I've had 3 different inspectors. 2 of them women. They've all come here with their own bright ideas on how Hartley should be policed. We've put in a lot of time and effort training them to our ways, haven't we, George?
Blood, sweat and tears it's been.
And we're not ready to take on another just yet. Kate Longton's adapted pretty well to the Lewis system, so she can just stay on a bit.
What's the Lewis system?
The LUAH system, Danny, stands for Leave Us Alone at Hartley. We've been playing that system for years, and believe me, it's a sight more effective than 4-2-4 or 4-4-2 or whatever Bobby Robson's got the England team playing.
The next boss could decide he wants a sweeper. And it could be you.
Thank you, Miss Longton. Mr. Catley?
I've nothing more, sir.
Mr. Maxwell?
Yes, thank you, sir. You're not married, Inspector Longton.
No, sir.
What experience have you had with young people?
I had a very active involvement in Hartley Youth Club, sir.
You say had. Is this no longer?
I am still involved, sir, but less so than previously.
Why is that?
The leader changed. The new leader doesn't seek a close relationship with the police. In fact, the membership is not encouraged to be friendly towards us.
Isn't that all the more reason to try to get police involvement?
Oh, we have tried, sir, but it takes effort on both sides. And we've not found the present management receptive to our approaches.
Yes, but you had a closer, more personal relationship with the previous leader.
Sir?
The previous leader, the one who went abroad somewhere, was a close friend of yours.
We were friends, yes, sir. We shared an interest in running.
Well, was it his withdrawal that led to your reduced involvement now?
Not directly, sir. It was the change of attitude following his leaving.
I see. Yeah. Well, On the subject of friends, Inspector, and please don't think this is idle curiosity, do you have a regular man friend?
I would have to ask you to define the word regular, sir. There are men I go out with from time to time. Some very occasionally, and one or two more often.
But no marriage plans?
As they say, sir, it's manners to wait until you're asked.
But, as they also say, you're open to offers?
From the right person, yes, sir.
Ah, yes. Mr. Wright. And children.
Children, sir?
Are you fond of children, Miss Longton?
Yes, I am, sir. Very fond of children.
So that if Mr. Wright came along, it would be likely that children would follow. I'm sorry to have to ask such personal questions, but I'm sure you appreciate such matters can directly affect a woman's career.
I'm sorry you think it necessary to ask, sir. I understood I was to be interviewed as a potential chief inspector, not as a broodmare.
I'm sorry if what has been said has caused you embarrassment, Miss Longton. I'm sure that wasn't Mr. Maxwell's intention. But we do think that your future marital intentions are relevant.
Look, may I say, sir, for the record, I have presently no plans to marry. But like my male colleagues, I reserve the right to do so at the appropriate time. And I can assure you, sir, that if and when that time comes, the Chief Constable will be among the first to know.
Please, sit down, Miss Longton.
May I have your permission to leave, sir? I no longer wish to be considered further for this post.
If you're sure.
Yes, I am sure, sir. I think it better to leave now before things are said which might be regretted.
Very well, you may go. If you wish, you may come and see me again to discuss things. When you are feeling more composed.
Thank you, sir.
Well, you certainly touched a nerve there, Alec.
I think you went too far.
Predictably. You've just seen your fancied horse fall at the first fence. It all just goes to support what I've always said. Women are psychologically and emotionally unfitted for management posts.
The only emotion that you managed to arouse in her was one that's common in men as well, blazing temper.
Well, I should hate to see her in a real operational situation.
You didn't put your man Wood under the same pressure, as you call it, harry him about his personal life.
Perhaps you were a bit hard with her, Alec. But there it is. Can we discuss our recommendation for the post now?
Well, it's got to be Wood, in my opinion.
Jim?
Well, I still think that Kate Longton's worth consideration.
She effectively withdrew herself from consideration, Jim. Well, I agree with you, Alec. Wood is the best of the other three. Jim?
Of the other three, perhaps.
So, Wood it is. I'll tell the Chief it was a unanimous decision.
Heard anything about your move to CID?
No, I've told Mr. Perrin I don't want it.
Oh, wish to give me the chance.
Well, your turn will come.
You hanging back for the sergeant's job, then?
Not really.
You must be in the frame for something soon.
Well, I don't want anything that'll mean moving out. Not with things the way they are.
No. How is your Linda?
Much the same.
Listen, the lads, well, we've been talking, and they suggested I talk to you, us being mates. Is there nothing can be done for her?
They say not. Nothing.
I mean, nothing anywhere. America or Russia.
It just takes its course.
Look, if it's a question of money, the lads want you to know they want to help. If there's out, sponsorships, fundraising, walks, but anything. You just say the word, right?
We've added to the best people there are. They all say there's no cure. Not anywhere in the world.
Are they sure, though?
Janice and me have talked it. Uphill and down dale. Night and day. We've seen people. Taken advice. We've tried everything. Eventually, you have to accept it, Danny. You have to accept it and carry on. There are no miracle cures.
Yeah, we just wondered.
I know, Danny. Look, don't let the lads think I'm ungrateful, but we mustn't kid ourselves. Build up false hopes. you doing anything special tonight?
Nothing particular. Why?
Well, come round, why don't you? You can have some dinner with us. Give Janice a laugh.
You missed out what the neighbour told you about Mrs. Quigley.
I didn't think I could put that in, Sarge. It's hearsay, isn't it?
You couldn't put it in a statement, but you could put it in a report.
Never understood hearsay evidence anyway.
Well... Well, well. I think somebody's in need of a hot, strong cup of tea, Sheila.
Yes, Sarge.
Yes, come in. Oh, it's you, Sheila. Come in.
Thought you might like a brew, Mum.
Thanks. That's just what I need. Shut the door. Are you a feminist?
Not really, Mum. I've never thought it necessary.
No, that's how I've always felt. But by hell, after today.
That bad?
You know, I was in the army for 7 years. That's a pretty macho setup. But they could take lessons from the police in male chauvinism.
I suppose I've been lucky up to now as far as that's concerned.
Just wait till you start to get on. Be seen as a threat. We know a woman has to be twice as good to be accepted as equal. I mean, you see male officers who are scruffy, incompetent, with a sickness record like the Doomsday Book. But if a woman isn't smartly turned out and pulling her weight, it's a case of what do you expect? She's a woman. I've seen 16 years of it, but today we reached new heights.
It didn't go too well then.
I think you could say it went with a bang. At one stage, I bottled. I almost told them to stop the promotion and the rest of the police force with it.
Did you? Great.
I said almost. Let's not get carried away. As far as that job's concerned, I might just as well have done.
Are you not too disappointed?
Not really. I didn't want to move to headquarters anyway. It's just the way they went about it. And I let them get to me. I suppose that's what makes me so blazing mad. Still, what's done?
Success?
That's all, Mum.
Thanks, Sheila.
Who's a clever girl, then?
I blew it, Mark.
Give over.
It's true.
I'd have thought you'd have walked it. What went wrong?
Well, for starters, I arrived late. I was held up on a job, and it went downhill from there.
Arrived late? Well, that wasn't very clever. Gets you off on the wrong foot.
I was on a job. I didn't do it on purpose.
I'm not saying you did, Kate. I'm just saying it's not a very good way to start.
I know that!
I really am very sorry, love. I knew you'd be upset if it didn't work out.
Upset? Far from it. In fact, I'd already decided I didn't want the job if it was offered.
You don't have to pretend to me, Kate. I remember what you said last night.
Ah, that was last night. I've slept since then.
Oh, come on. Be serious. What happened to make you change your mind?
Women don't need a reason to change their mind.
Well, you can't win them all.
I don't expect to win them all, as you put it. All I expect is to be allowed to compete under the same rules.
Go on, then. You better tell me about it from the beginning.
I don't know the details, Sarge. Just that she didn't get it.
She's still upset.
I think blazing mad would be nearer to it.
Hell hath no fury.
Sheila? It's just come off in my hand. I don't suppose
What a pity, Danny. They don't make them like they used to.
Merry Christmas to you, too.
You can always do a temporary job with a matchstick at the back.
And that's how it finished.
Near enough. The ACC tried to sugar the pill, but I'm afraid he had to be told.
I can see now why you feel so aggrieved. But they'll understand. I'm over at headquarters in the morning. I'll have a word with the ACC. There'll be no lasting damage done.
What?
If you like, I'll let him know how annoyed you are.
Oh? You'll explain, will you? That it can all be put down to my age? Hormonal imbalance? Or one of those emotional quirks peculiar to women? You'll do no such thing, Mark. That board was prejudiced, grossly unfair and totally unprofessional. Any apology or explanation should be offered by them, not by me.
What?
And what's more, Mark, on this issue, you are the last person I'd pick to present my case for me.
Oh, great. You turn on me when I show an interest. Try to help.
Help? Your only interest is in perpetuating the male status quo.
Well, if that's true, why am I here then?
I don't know, unless it's a gloat.
Oh, now you're being paranoid.
You're not denying you didn't want me to get that promotion.
No,
I admit it. I didn't want you to get that job.
Huh? Couldn't you face equality?
Because I think you'd be better off without it.
I don't know how I've managed all these years without you to tell me what's good for me.
Well, it could be better in the future.
Oh, and now you're going to tell me in what way it could be better?
Well, if you're interested...
Go on, I can't wait to hear this.
By sharing the responsibility. A partnership.
Are you proposing to me?
Yes. I think it could work.
And that's how you think things could be better for me? Marriage? The male solution to all the little woman's problems? Come in.
Excuse me, Mum. Dr. McCree's here. She'd like a word. Pamela Quigley's been readmitted.
Show her into the interview room, Jo. I'll be through in a minute.
Right, Mum?
Look, I know it's meant with the best of intentions, but your sense of timing, I mean, of all the days to pick. I'm sorry, Mark, you'll have to excuse me.
Well, very nice being rejected. Is it?